The energy is reminiscent of change. I'm not talking about perception of change, but the feeling in life before change happens. It's a strange lull. The attention can't focus in real time in reality. The reality is happening, and there's a disconnect where the details are. You release detail, and then everything catches and it starts moving and it's quick. It's in the beginning always has an anxious energy, anxiety. You don't know where the tension's coming from. You can feel it. You're trying to name it, you're calling it all these different things, but it's never those things. That's why you can never explain it away or numb it away. So there's this energy of catch happening. The slack is starting to pull. So two ideas. One is consensus is creation. So it doesn't matter what I believe. If the majority of people believe something, that's all that will be true. And I don't mean true as in primordial divine truth, or it's true enough for function, form and function. You know, you might be sick but feel good, or feel good but be sick. Sometimes there's a hiccup in the sync. There's no synchronization. It's a disconnect. It feels abandoned. So consensus creation, or you have to believe so strongly enough you become demiurge. For that to happen, you must take on a godly perspective. If you take on a godly perspective through the motions of emotion, then you are fallen. If you do it in a creative flow, some natural, unspoken, unnamed way, then you become Tao, I guess. You just live a good life. Meaningful. And it's not to say everyone doesn't live a meaningful life, but if your meaningful life is only meaningful because of the others you shared it with, then It's relational. I'm talking soul meaning beyond demiurgic possession, whether from the masses of Normiville apocalypse or from your own battles within. And by battles, it's just you're coming into contact with adversary, the dweller on the threshold, the shadow, the penumbra. When you step in, it gets cooler. You're figuring out the forms to set it free, set them free, release. Imagine all elemental expression through you. It can't all be conscious at once or conceived by this sense of I at once. It can be allowed to flow, though, naturally. Usually when this sense of self releases into a flow, it's from the possession of something else. And if you've been betrayed so many times, you can't relinquish that. So the only way to do it is to entrain it into being through some purity in your expression, doing what feels right. And knowing what feels right is likely going to be beneficial for you because you're not cycling consensus circuitry for meaning in relation to someone else's observation, to their story. So, simulation theory, I can see how that can be. The dream, Maya. I can see how this is all rendered real time, for lack of a better term. Self-creating or leading to a natural unfoldment of unknown proportions. Answering doesn't matter to me. I don't actually care about answers. It's questions. That's life. It's in the unknown.